Oscar villains, you know them and you love them. And today we are here in a tournament style bracket to determine what is the worst Oscar villain of all time. I'm your host, Brett, here today with Tristan and Jared. Say hello, friends.
Hello,
Hey, what's up,
friends.
everyone?
So, what is an Oscar villain? If you follow award season or film discourse, you know each year there has to be like a film Twitter villain, a movie that we're all rooting against. And it's kind of fun because at the end of the day, award season is a lot like sports. We pick the teams, we pick the movies that we like, and we pick the movies that we don't like. Sometimes you cannot like a movie because you don't think it's very well made, or sometimes you think it's inherently problematic and you don't want it to win for cultural reasons. And today we're going to be discussing all of that to determine what is the worst Oscar villain. Are you guys excited?
Very
Ooh,
excited.
let's get going.
All right. Without any further ado, let's get into it with our first matchup.
All right, let's check. And just a disclaimer, like I put, um, this isn't just like Twitter villains because I did 64, so I went all throughout the years. It's mostly like the 1980s to now, so you'll see some older movies on here too that are now kind of considered villains and weren't really like were kind of people were rooting against at the time as well.
Yeah.
All right,
If
let's
Babe is
go.
on there, I will be very sad.
No, Fame's not on.
Okay.
Fame only got like below the line in I think a screenplay. It wasn't. Yeah,
Supporting actor for James Cromwell. Don't forget.
for Fame.
No,
You say
Babe.
babe.
Oh, I thought you meant like the musical Fame. I'm like, that's not
Oh,
what the heck. That's like
Babe.
one song, and that was it.
Yeah.
We got
This
Belfast versus Bohemian Rhapsody.
This
These are
is a
two
heater of
movies.
first round.
Yeah,
Oh
this is
gosh.
a big first round. I think these were two movies that people really were rooting against because they both ended up doing a lot better than I think people expected. Or at least like with nominations, they were kind of like at the front of the conversation. Um, I like one of these movies.
I do too.
It's Belfast.
Yeah, I like Belfast too. This is an easy Bohemian for me.
Yeah, same. What do you
Mhm.
think, Jared?
Uh, it's kind of hard because they're both really bad. I think Belfast is personally my like worst Best Picture nominee of the
What?
2020s.
Oh my god.
It's
What's
so
even the worst
boring.
of that year?
I don't even like remember like most of the scenes, so I I had to go. Uh, but Bohemian Rhapsody has cultural stain on like the LGBT community and on Freddie Mercury, so I guess that's the worst sin. Even though I still
Yeah.
think the Live Aid scene is a really cool scene, but whatever. I
'Cause
guess I'll go Bohemian Rhapsody.
I think at least Belfast is like really sincere and it feels from the heart and it feels like Kenneth Branagh like was really wanting to tell the story. Whereas like Bohemian Rhapsody feels just way too sanitized.
Yeah, it definitely needed an R rating to dig into everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll continue. Okay.
All
Sorry.
right. Bohemian Rhapsody
We're going
makes
with
it
Bohemian Rhapsody.
to the next round.
Okay.
Gravity versus Ghost.
Okay.
Which
Interesting.
one's worse? I don't.
I
I guess I
hate
have to I
both
have
of
to
these
say Ghost. I don't dislike any of these movies, but Gravity I think is such a technical like phenomenon, and I'm on a Alfonso Cuarón hype train right now, so I guess my vote has to be Ghost.
I've never seen Ghost, but I love Gravity. I think it's a great movie. I never got the hate for Gravity. I'm also a Kron stan. So I guess we could just put Ghost on to the next round.
Sure. I
Even though
think
I've
Ghost
never
is a
seen
much worse movie than Gravity, but I don't like either
Okay.
movie.
How did Ghost get nominated? That's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird.
Gandhi or Shakespeare in Love. So Gandhi is another movie I haven't seen, but
Same
I
here.
will say a lot of people hate Gandhi because of BDT. And that is very valid because ET is like the greatest motion picture in motion picture history. That being said, have you all seen Shakespeare in Love?
Yes, it's not good.
It's trash.
I've seen both of these. I've seen all the nominees from both of these years actually.
Nice.
Gandhi is the best nominee that year outside of ET. I think it's great. And Shakespeare in Love is by far the worst of that year.
And how
And
did
that's
it
a year with Elizabeth, which also sucks. So, yeah, I'd go with Shakespeare in Love, I'd say.
Yeah, and also like
Same here.
how did it beat Saving Private Ryan? That's
Yeah,
just,
that's insane.
like that's really gross. Anyway,
Harvey Weinstein. That's your answer, to be honest.
okay. Hacksaw
Ooh,
Tootsie's a good movie. I'm kind of
Okay,
mad.
I will say I was struggling to fill up 64, and I put Tootsie in because I think like some people think it's problematic now, but it's not
Fair.
a villain. It's not really a villain at all. Um, I think some people don't like that Dustin Hoffman won Best Actor for this. I don't even know who. Oh, he was up against was it Ben? Oh, he didn't even win Best Actor. What am I saying? Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's Hacksaw Ridge probably is worse, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
yeah,
I
I'm gonna
do
go
also like
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. I don't think it's
Yeah,
a good movie
I
either.
don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these will make it that far. But Tootsie's like too good to be on this list. I'm sorry.
I'm going
All right.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
Let's put Hacksaw Ridge. The King's Speech versus Warhorse.
Okay. Haven't seen The King's Speech, but I will say that I think Warhorse is a banger. I mean, like, I'm a Spielberg stan at heart. I love a good, sweeping, nostalgic, syrupy narrative. And that John Williams score is like the most gorgeous thing. I used to listen to the Warhorse John Williams score when I was in PE in 7th grade to cheer me up.
That's so good.
So I'll go for the King's Speech just for that reason, even though I haven't seen it.
I'll go to the King's Speech just because of like the whole it beat The Social Network, and The Social Network continues to prove how much of a more relevant movie it is in terms of especially the it would have been such a better Best Picture winner to as we look back more as history goes backwards, you know. So
If the Academy of today was voting, I think it would have easily won Best Picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Warhorse is the worst movie, but I think that The King's Speech is the worst Oscar villain because of it like winning so much and winning Best Director and winning Best Picture. Like that I think makes it more infuriating. Whereas like Warhorse just kind of slipped in a weak year. So it's not that big of an Oscar villain, even though people like to hate on it. So I will definitely go with The King's Speech there. Scent of a Woman versus Les
Oh.
Miserables.
So, man, I guess I got to catch up on my like watching. Right, I haven't seen Sin of a Woman, but Les Mis should have won Best Picture. That's my hot take.
I haven't seen either of these either. But I'm such a musical stan. I want to go. I have to go. Son of a Woman.
Scent of a Woman's pretty horrible. I'd
It won
probably
something, right? That was really. Let me look at that Oscar. Hold on.
So Scent of a Woman is a big villain because it's Al Pacino's only Oscar win, which is kind of insane.
That is actually insane. I did not.
He kind of just plays like a really perverted blind guy, and he says, "Hoo-ha!"
Oh, I remember what controversy is now. A lot of people thought it should have gone to Denzel Washington from Malcolm X that year.
Probably.
A lot of people love that movie.
Wait, how did that? Okay. Yeah, that should definitely move on. Then I haven't seen it, but you already gave me enough.
Yeah,
Les Mis is legitimately, I think, a masterpiece. Like I would argue that it's a close.
it's much better. Maestro versus Bradley Cooper back to back.
Bradley Cooper double. I say American Sniper for the controversy, and I just like Maestro more.
I agree.
Underrated.
I agree. American Sniper moves on.
American Sniper's horrible, I think.
I don't think it's horrible. It's just very boomery.
So hard.
The funniest part is I didn't make these placements. I just put random.
Red, do you want to explain to our audience?
Okay, so So I have deemed for several years now, ever since I've watched Florence Foster Jenkins, I saw it my senior year of high school, that is the single worst movie I've ever seen. I still hold true. I love Hugh Grant. I do have a special hatred for Meryl Streep. That's something people know about me. I do not like her. I do not like her presence in movies. It is kind of a weird thing. I think she is the most annoying thing on the face of the planet of Florence Foster Jenkins. I would literally rather stare at a white blank wall for 2 hours than ever have to endure that painful trauma ever again of sitting through that movie. I would rather watch Venom 3 times over again because I've had to at work. Okay.
Yeah.
But Forrest Gump is a masterpiece. It is a genuinely wonderful, sweeping, beautiful, poetic movie. And it's also a scathing satire. It's all about kind of the trials and tribulations of Americana itself. And I mean, the last half of that movie with the reveal of his son, if that doesn't get you choked up, you have a rock for a heart. I don't know how to tell you differently. It is Robert Zemeckis doing what he does best as a craftsman, as a filmmaker. It is a great movie. This is easily Florence Foster Jenkins. I just
so easy.
Yeah.
You brilliantly said.
Okay.
Love
Yeah.
Forrest Gump here.
Forrest Gump, like I just put it on because like it technically is, but I think all three of us absolutely love it.
It's a fantastic film.
And it's way better than Pulp Fiction. I like Shawshank more, but it's way better than Pulp Fiction.
I do prefer Forrest Gump to Shawshank, but it's close. But that's also a really hot take. I understand.
Gone with the Wind versus Avatar.
I would.
Well, Gone with the Wind's not really a Oscar villain, but I just put it on because it's like retroactively people say that it's problematic.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So Gone with the Wind was made in 1939. And it was made by filmmakers who did not know better about race relations. You know, you have to put that aside. I think for that movie, if you're talking about something like Birth of a Nation, then yeah, that should probably win the bracket. You didn't put Birth of a Nation on here, did you? Okay, cool.
It was before the Oscars existed, so we're good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's true. It's like Battleship Potemkin. Like, that Oscars didn't exist then. Anyway, but Gone with the Wind, you have to set aside the fact that it's problematic and then see what it did for movies. If it wasn't for Gone with the Wind, you don't get The Godfather, you don't get There'll Be Blood, you don't get The Brutalist, you know? It made the revolutionary, large, grand epic in a way we never seen. 1939 changed movies. And here's a fun fact. Both movies, Gone with the Wind and Wizard of Oz, both came out the same year. Both nominated for Best Picture, both directed by the same man, Victor Fleming.
Whoa.
How busy was that dude?
That's insane. That probably is the most crazy, like, 2 year, like, having two movies in the same year we've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's right up there with whenever Spielberg released Jurassic Park and Schindler's List in the same year.
That is crazy, too.
Also crazy.
Yeah.
That being said, Gone with the Wind is one of the most gorgeous looking movies ever made. It has some of the most iconic lines ever. It has probably my favorite score in any movie. It's kind of a masterpiece. Avatar is a good movie, but it's incredibly flawed. So I would definitely say Avatar goes on, in my opinion.
Yeah. I didn't put, so what's interesting is I didn't put the second Avatar on here. And I guess there was kind of like a lot of hate towards this movie, and I think part of that, the reason it's an Oscar villain is because of the whole Catherine Bigelow versus James Cameron drama, and people were really wanting her to beat him, and then she did. So it did lose, which is good. But yeah, I don't hate Avatar either, but I'd say Avatar over Gone with the Wind. I like Avatar. I think it's good.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The stuff in Pandora and Avatar, like top 10 movie stuff of all time. Like, genuinely, it's the military subplot that is a little like just like clunky because James Cameron's not a great screenwriter, but like we forgive it because it's cool to look at. So
yeah, and without Avatar, we wouldn't have the Jungle Book.
Very true. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. I mean, it depends. If you're talking about the '60s Jungle Book, I mean, yeah, we would because we did. But if you're talking about the new one, then sure.
What do you think, Jared?
I think I'm gonna go Avatar. I think Gone with the Wind is too much of a classic and influences so many films that came after it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Moulin
Oh,
Rouge versus
shoot.
Chocolat.
Y'all better not be playing. Moulin Rouge is my movie, one of my favorites. Only one, it seems like, that has that opinion.
Chocolat
but-
is worse, having seen both of these movies, but I don't like either of them at all.
So
Yeah.
I don't really like. I'm not a Moulin Rouge person. I've never seen Chocolat, but the fact that a movie with a poster that bad got in over Almost Famous is an
That's-
absolute crime.
That's the other thing we have to explain to our audience is, like, we're all big Almost Famous stans, and Chocolat took away an Almost Famous Best Picture nomination because of Harvey Weinstein, his marketing for that movie. So there's, like, kind of a deep hatred for that movie.
And that was a stacked year too. Like even outside of Almost Famous, like Chocolat got in instead of Yee. Chocolat got in instead of Requiem for a Dream.
Said Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot, yeah, like so many. movies.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? I guess could have been an outside shot.
Yeah.
I
Look,
say
guys,
Chocolat.
Can we talk about how that's the single worst poster of a movie I've ever seen
It
in my
makes me
life?
so
What
uncomfortable.
is that? What is that poster?
It's also
One
really
taste
weird.
is all it takes.
Like
Whoever made that poster, go to jail.
it's also really strange that Juliette Binoche went from like making this to High Life.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah, Chocolat goes on. I have not seen
Yeah.
it. I don't need to.
in the movie, it's really crazy actually, this movie. It's underrated how crazy it is. Johnny Depp, I almost said Johnny Cash. Johnny Depp plays a pirate for some reason, like he does in Pirates of the Caribbean. But he's a pirate that like storms this place, and she gives him chocolate, and he changes his ways.
Okay, never mind. I have to watch it at some point.
Jojo Rabbit versus the Reader.
Interesting. So
Ooh,
I've never seen The Reader, but I didn't
neither.
ever peg it as an Oscar.
same.
So
It's-
none of us have seen The Reader. So why did we put The Reader on?
I thought
We
one of
need-
you had seen it.
No.
The Reader is an Oscar villain, not because it got into Best Picture, but because it won Best Actress for Kate Winslet, and a lot of people think she should have won for Revolutionary Road that year instead.
Interesting. Okay. Well, the thing here's the tough thing about this. None of us have seen The Reader, but we all love Jojo Rabbit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I guess
I say
we'll
The
put
Reader
Jojo
goes
Rabbit
on.
on.
Yeah, but like
Uh,
we'll get back to that.
Titanic versus Extremely Loud, Incredibly Close.
I mean, we keep saying I haven't seen Extremely Loud and
I
Incredibly
haven't either.
because I like watching good movies.
yeah.
You know what's really funny? Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close is the same director as The Reader.
Andy
And
Howard
Billy
and
Elliot,
Billy
which we just
Elliot,
yeah.
But guys, let's be real here. We cannot put Titanic over Extremely
We
Loud.
have
We
to. None of us
can't.
have seen Extremely Loud. Boom.
No, we can't. We can't put Titanic over. Okay.
Uh,
Annie Hall versus American Hustle.
They're both bad.
Okay, I love Annie Hall's like a top 50 movie of all time for me. And American Hustle I like a lot too. So
both
You guys
like
have that this one.
extremely problematic directors too. So
yeah, that's why they're in here, not because they're bad
Uh-huh.
movies.
Oh, I think Annie Hall's a bad movie. But maybe that's a hot take.
Do you
Paul
wanna put-
Simon's in it. That's pretty cool.
I say American Hustle.
Sure.
I mean, one thing though, like American Hustle got 10 nominations and won absolutely nothing, whereas Annie Hall beat Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But Annie Hall's also a much more beloved movie.
Yeah.
Who talks
Mhm.
about American Hustle in normal
No.
conversation? Have you ever talked about man, have you seen American Hustle?
Okay. I'll put American Hustle through.
Sure.
American Beauty versus The Theory of Everything.
American
I love both of these movies.
The Theory of Everything's not terrible. I don't love it, but American Beauty sucks. I hate it. So
And Jared, you haven't seen American Beauty?
Right.
Have you seen Theory?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's
I
about where
think
I'm at.
Felicity Jones is really good, and this made her kind of. I would say she's like a movie star, but I don't know. I haven't seen The Brutalist, and she's really good in it. But it launched her to get more roles, of course. So I really appreciate the movie for that, and of course Eddie Redmayne. I think as well, at least from my perspective.
My hot take is Eddie Redmayne deserved to win Best Actor over Michael Keaton and Birdman, and Felicity Jones should have won Best Actress.
Well, that's interesting. It's not a bad movie though. It's cute. American Beauty is the most pretentious nonsense. It's like a freshman in college writing a thesis about like the meaning of life, and then after that, Katy Perry goes, "Man, I'm gonna write Firework based off of that one scene," and because we had to endure listening to Firework for over 15 years now, maybe the worst song ever written. And
I also like Firework.
American Beauty moves on.
Okay.
Anyway.
Licorice Pizza versus Training Day. Oh wait, we were gonna take Training Day and make it into Slumdog Millionaire, right?
Yeah. So we're taking Training Day and just pretend that it is Slumdog Millionaire.
Although Training Day is way worse than Slumdog Millionaire.
I've never seen Training Day because
I hate
apparently I don't watch mid movies, guys. I'm watching Paris, Texas by Wim Wenders. But I'll say that Licorice Pizza is a great movie, and Slumdog Millionaire is bad in my opinion. So I definitely vote Slumdog over Licorice.
Yeah, Slumdog has parts I really like, but I just hate how it ended.
That dance number or whatever.
Yeah, it was so good plays. I'm going to go with Training Day or Slumdog Millionaire or whatever.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Rain Man, which I really, to be honest, I just put Rain Man because I couldn't think of anything else, and because people say it's ableist, but not a lot of people say that. Like I'd say, like I've only seen a couple people say that. Versus The Blind Side. Rain Man's amazing.
Please.
Yeah, we'll go Blind Side for sure.
We love you, Barry Levinson.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Come on. Yeah.
I think Ghost is worse, but okay.
It has better like visuals and heart and editing.
Easy Shakespeare in Love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Shakespeare.
Hacksaw Ridge isn't bad.
It's much better crafted than Shakespeare in Love.
I'm going to set up a woman, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll go Six.
Yeah. King's Speech is actually a good movie. American
Foster Jenkins.
Yeah, probably. It's a bad movie. It's really bad.
Yeah, you gotta go Florence.
That might win.
But
or Chocolat.
Chocolat.
Yeah.
Oh. These are both good movies.
I think Titanic's better by a lot.
No, I think JoJo's better. For sure.
I think Titanic's a masterpiece and JoJo's just a really good movie.
I don't think I'm completely reverse of you. Well, I wouldn't call JoJo a masterpiece, but it's an excellent movie. And I think Titanic's flawed, but I do like it.
Jared, it's up to you.
Oh, no. I'm going to go Jojo Rabbit.
For moving on?
Yeah.
How? Okay, anyway.
It's Titanic.
Oh, the two American movies, American Hustle versus American Beauty.
That's
American
funny.
Beauty moves on.
American Hustle.
One Best Picture.
I say Hustle.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's go.
Blind Side.
Slumdog Millionaire versus The Blind Side.
I would go Slumdog still.
I say Blind Side.
I haven't seen The Blind Side.
It's so bad.
Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Sure, we'll go Blind Side. Why not?
Okay.
Didn't it have like a Five for Fighting song in it? I like them. I don't know.
I like them. I love Five for Fighting.
Okay, so Shakespeare in Love for me here.
This is a burnt. This is a tough round actually.
I would go.
These are zeros.
They're both pretty bad. I would go Shakespeare in Love or boring, and also because it actually won. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody won some pretty major stuff too, like editing. But Shakespeare in Love won Best Picture, and that's
Yeah,
infuriating.
It won Best Picture because Harvey Weinstein paid lunch for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think you might be right. I think we might go Shakespeare.
Florence.
Florence, maybe.
This is also just like a really cracked lineup. Like, yeah, I think
I
we're
love
gonna
how
do-
the wait. I love how the poster is like from the director of Beverly Hills Cop making set of a woman.
It's so good. That's how you know it's a good movie.
But we'll go. Yeah, it's Florence. Come on.
Can we do a watch party of Civil
Any
War?
Oscar nominees? Like Meryl Streep got into actress, right?
Yeah. Meryl
That's
Streep
a
got
tragedy.
And then at the Golden Globes, I believe Simon Helberg got supporting actor, and like it got like 3 acting nominations at the Globes or something.
Guys, chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Yeah, chocolate.
Okay, cool.
The Blind Side.
Blindside.
Okay.
Florence.
Florence.
Right.
Look, I think Florence is a worse movie, but we're doing Oscar villain. Shakespeare
She didn't
won.
get nominated.
She got nominated. I can't believe I'm going to defend Florence Foster Jenkins, literally my least favorite movie of all time. But she got nominated for actress. It did not get nominated for picture.
Sure.
Shakespeare won Best Picture over Saving Private Ryan, maybe arguably the greatest war film ever made.
Brett, he got nominated over Annette Bening in 20th Century Women and Amy Adams in Arrival.
That's really bad, Brett.
Fair. I'll leave it up to you guys. So.
I still say Florence.
I say Florence because also like I'm more upset that Amy Adams and Annette Bening didn't get nominated than I am that Saving Private Ryan didn't win Best Picture, because I think like The Truman Show is better.
Well, can I also add that
yeah,
came out the same year as The Thin Red Line from Terrence Malick, and it also beat that movie.
Yeah, it did. And Life is Beautiful. That's
how? Like how?
I don't know.
But I will not discourage you guys moving on what is literally my least favorite movie of all time. So.
Should we do it, Jared?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at that poster. Oh,
it's chocolate. It's
chocolate.
Blindside's so bad though,
but like Blindside did win Best Actress, which is pretty infuriating. But who was she really nominated against that? Because that year was pretty barren.
It's also like not a terrible performance for what it is.
Yeah, and also she beat like Carey Mulligan in An Education, which like she didn't need to win for that.
It's one of those things where it's one of those things where like Blindside's a bad movie, but like the chocolate making Almost Famous not a Best Picture nominee is a worse thing. So I guess chocolate.
Okay.
I think chocolate is more infuriating as
I do too.
Yeah, I get
All right. I love how I'm the only one who's seen that. The Cider House Rules versus Vice. Now, The Cider House Rules is an amazing movie in my opinion, but a lot of people hate that Michael Caine won for this. Although I think Michael Caine's like top 5 Best Supporting Actor winners of all time for me. So I love the movie. I hate Vice.
I liked Vice, but I haven't seen Cider House Rules because once again, I don't. Well, actually, no. I've heard it's good.
It's really cute. I think you'd like it, and it has maybe my favorite score of all time.
Wow. How about you, Jared?
Outside of Beale Street.
I honestly haven't seen Vice, but Cider House Rules. It's been like 100 years since I've seen it. I would probably still go Vice though. So
okay, we can do
up
that.
to you.
Any movie.
Dick Cheney recently lost us the election, so let's move him on.
Yeah.
The
Wife versus The Pursuit of Happiness.
Interesting. I don't know. I feel like there's warm fuzzies for The Pursuit of Happiness at this point.
Yeah.
Versus The Wife, which is just kind of like a boring movie that only exists for Glenn Close to get an Oscar, and didn't even do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember putting the Pursuit of Happiness when you. I don't know why it's here. So
Did it even get
that was an
nominated?
accident.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got nominated for actor, but
Okay.
I think I did that just without thinking.
Okay, we can
Um,
put the wife.
Yeah, I'd go with the wife.
Okay.
The Queen versus Four Weddings and a
Oh,
Funeral. Now,
the
Jared,
Queen. Yeah.
you've seen both, right?
I haven't seen Four Weddings.
Oh, I thought you have. Okay, never mind.
Ah.
I haven't either. I've seen The Queen, and it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Okay,
I've
we can
seen
we can move that
yes.
on then.
Yeah, the Queen is so BBC made for TV. It's
So
so
boring.
I hate The Darkest Hour. This is my worst
Yeah.
Best Picture nominee of the 2010s.
Don't
Same-
Look Up's kind of
It
fun.
is a 0, and Don't Look Up's not that bad. It's
Yeah,
kind of,
it's pretty fun.
yeah, it's Darkest Hour easily.
The Danish
Ooh.
Girl.
Oh, oh. Okay.
I feel like Blonde. I'm gonna go Blonde.
Yeah,
I
we
mean, like just everything you hear about that movie is so icky. Versus, I believe that the team behind the Danish Girl had the right her in the right place with everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that the Danish Girl is incredibly problematic from some people, but like, I don't know.
There's a scene in it that definitely is where he's like tucking in his thing, and it's just weird. It's really weird. And it's definitely problematic, but I think the movie as a whole like feels like it has its heart in the right place. And Alicia Vikander in that movie like actually did deserve to win, in my opinion. She was amazing. Much better than Eddie Redmayne, I think. I would definitely go Blonde because I think that movie's super problematic and bad.
Yeah,
mhm.
King Richard
Oh.
versus Philomena.
look, Philomena got Judi Dench, Steve Coogan. It's kind of silly even got nominated.
It's really cute, to be honest.
Am
It's
I-
actually really good.
I actually think I might watch it 5 times tomorrow. So we're going to go with King
Also,
Richard.
I might be wrong, but did Philomena win the Golden Lion, or am I crazy?
Let me look it up. Hold on.
There's
think-
no way. I will literally Venmo you $5
I think I'm crazy.
if
I think I
Philomena
can do that.
won the Golden Lion.
It definitely competed. It definitely was at Venice, which is weird in itself.
Imagine.
It won Best Screenplay at Venice,
Okay.
but didn't win the Golden Lion.
That's still crazy.
And it was awarded the People's Choice Award runner-up prize at TIFF.
It's directed by your guys' favorite movie, The Queen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And also High Fidelity and Florence Foster Jenkins.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Dangerous Liaisons, The Grifters. Like, that guy has a wild filmography.
But King Richard is an awful movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philomena's actually pretty good.
Also,
so-
the Will Smith slap should add to the Oscar villain aspect of it.
Yeah.
So
Bombshell versus Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez.
I haven't seen Bombshell.
I think
Bombshell
Mm.
sucks, but like Amelia Perez is awful.
okay.
Amelia Perez is trying to do something out of the ordinary, though. I don't know.
It's way better than Bombshell.
I think. Oh no, they're
But-
both kind of problematic though.
But I think Amelia Perez is going to be the worst film because it has a real threat to win a lot. Whereas
Bombshell's gonna do-
Bombshell just kind of barely slipped in there.
Remember at the end of Bombshell, it's like not all the Fox News hosts are really that bad, and it's like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah. It's also the director of Austin Powers.
Maybe he's not the right move choice.
Yeah.
Also, Megan Kelly's in Bombshell, and now she's like a Trumper Wumper. So Trumper
Yeah.
Wumper, I'm using that from now on. Anyway,
Okay.
so I don't know why I'm making the argument for Bombshell whenever Amelia Perez is my choice, but
Let's go Amelia Perez, but
Okay.
Bombshell's way worse. Naiad versus Promising Young Woman.
Naiad.
I mean, Promising
Naiad.
Woman's a great movie. So
Yeah, I don't know if it was a villain, but like
I can see
Needed
where.
64, and some people don't like it. So.
Yeah, it's got some controversy.
It's like
after
Jojo
movies.
Rabbit kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's go Naiad.
Naiad's awful.
Coda versus
Oh.
Elvis.
Interesting.
No,
I love-
Coda's
I
only
love-
a villain because it won. If it didn't win, it would not be a villain.
Coda's a good movie. Amelia Jones, Call Me. Elvis moves on.
Yeah, I had to say Elvis
I
because
kind
I
of
just really like Coda a lot.
I kind of like Elvis, but it's definitely not as good as Coda. Both of these movies are pretty solid. Judy versus Dallas Buyers Club.
Interesting.
This is a weird matchup, man.
Yeah.
It's because think about Jared Leto and Dallas Buyers Club, I think is the thing that people really struggle with. But then
Yeah.
Judy's kind of like, oh, it's that musical biopic performance that always wins, and it's kind of a boring win.
I think,
But I guess as far as problematic goes, probably Dallas Buyers Club.
yeah, it got nominated for way more. Like Judy just got actress.
Yeah.
Whereas Dallas Buyers Club was a huge Best Picture contender. One actor too. But I will say, like, Matthew McConaughey gives like one of the best performances I've seen that decade. Like, he's amazing. Jared Leto is not very good and very problematic. I think Judy's the worst movie by far. I think Dallas Buyers is not amazing, but it's not bad.
Okay, we can go with Judy then. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Jared?
Yeah, Judy.
Okay. Seabiscuit versus Being the Regardless. I hate both of these movies with a flaming passion.
This is the funniest matchup I've ever seen in my life.
I think we need to take a picture of this and send it to George. Be like, what in the world?
Please, with no context whatsoever.
No context.
So, I think Being the Ricardo should move on, honestly.
I'm
Seabiscuit's
with you.
fine.
Yeah, I'd say so. Being the Ricardos is
Chris
worse.
Cooper's in it, and Chris Cooper was also in the 2011 Muppet movie, so we can't hurt too much.
How did Seabiscuit get into Best Picture? That's wild. That's really wild. There had to be better. Over Finding Nemo.
Oof.
Nightmare Alley versus Kramer versus Kramer. Both of these movies absolutely rock.
So I do like Nightmare Alley, but Kramer versus Kramer is like so good that Nightmare Alley has to move on.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Kramer versus Kramer, not really a villain, but like at the same time, I put it on just because it beat Apocalypse Now, and some people are upset about that. But
it's
a
all
better
that
movie.
jazz, which I know a lot of people are big fans of as well.
It's a better movie.
Kramer versus Kramer is amazing. Yeah, Nightmare Alley is not as good. To Leslie versus The Hours.
This is the most niche lineup, but one of them has Meryl Streep in it, so it moves on.
No, I
haven't seen To Leslie, but The Hours I do not like. Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, it's kind of Jared core.
I mean, To Leslie is more insane how it got.
That's crazy.
Like Grassford's campaign is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. I'm with you on that. I know it's controversial,
but why is The Hours? I just want to know why.
Why it's on here?
Yeah.
Because I don't like it, and that's about it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a villain. I know some people say that they don't like that Nicole Kidman won her only Oscar for this. But outside of that, probably not a villain. To Leslie.
I say to Leslie.
Okay, sure.
The Iron Woman versus Ordinary People.
Iron Lady in a landslide.
Here's what I'll say here. If anyone on the planet Earth went, yeah, Ordinary People is a worse movie than The Iron Lady, where Meryl Streep plays Margaret Thatcher, the woman responsible for Brexit, you no longer should be allowed to vote. Okay. Ordinary People's a masterpiece.
Yes.
It's genuinely one of the best Picture winners of all time.
It
It
might
should
be-
have beaten Raging Bull because Raging Bull's good, but it's not as good as Ordinary People.
Yeah, agree.
The Iron Lady easily moves on.
Ordinary People might actually be my favorite Best Picture winner that I've seen. That or Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is my
Yeah,
favorite.
I could see it. Like I wouldn't push against it. I'm trying to think of what mine would be. It's a Wonderful Life should have won Best Picture, but like
I haven't seen a lot. I've only seen like there are a lot of older ones I haven't seen. Yeah. Oh, definitely this.
yeah,
I almost clicked Ordinary People. Wow, Green Book versus Trial of the Chicago 7.
it's Green Book. Green Book.
Green
moves on.
Book, right?
Trial of
Yeah.
Chicago 7 is not that bad. It's like fine.
Chariots of Fire versus The Whale.
The Whale is worse. The Whale is worse.
Actually really like The Whale, but definitely in the
All I've
minority
heard
in that
is
one.
Chariots of Fire is really boring.
but
I
it has
hate
There's
a
nothing.
score. Bum,
But the
bum,
score.
bum, bum,
Okay,
bum,
here's what I'll say.
Angeles.
Both of these movies deserve to win one of the Oscars that they won, I think. The Whale deserved Best Actor, I think. And I think Chariots of Fire deserved Best Score. But Chariots of Fire also won Best Picture over Indiana Jones.
That is fair. That's so fair.
That's
Sure,
kinda crazy.
we can move it on. Yeah.
Vice versus The Wife. That's a weird matchup.
Vice versus the wife. Vice versus the wife. Vice versus the wife.
Well, it's like Dick Cheney versus his wife. That's crazy.
Liz Cheney, who lost us the election. So I will go with the wife.
Yeah, it's the worst movie.
Yeah.
The Queen versus The Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
We've all seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde versus King Richard. I'd go Blonde.
I say Blonde.
Yes, even the Will Smith slap can't save Blonde.
Amelia Perez versus
Naiad.
Naiad.
Honestly, I might agree. Yeah.
That's maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Naiad made me dislike Annette Bening for and she's like one of my favorite actresses. Elvis versus Judy.
Judy.
Being the Ricardos versus Nightmare Alley.
Being their cars.
Both 2021. Two left.
Iron Lady.
Iron Lady. It's Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. Green Book versus Chariots of Fire.
Green Book.
The Wife versus Darkest Hour.
Darkest Hour.
Blonde versus Naiad. Oh, this is yikes. This is really bad.
Blonde's more problematic.
Yeah.
Judy versus Being the Ricardos. Wow, these are the same movie.
This is why white people shouldn't be allowed to make movies.
Can I just say I like Nicole Kidman more, so Judy.
I think I like Renee Zellweger's performance. I did not like Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go Judy?
That's my vote, personally.
What do you think, Brett?
I
would go Being the Ricardos.
I think Being the Ricardos got more nominations.
Yeah, it got 3 acting nominations.
It almost made picture. We were worried.
Yeah. Because J.K. Simmons was not supposed to get a nomination.
No.
It's crazy.
Remember that happened? We're like, well, it made it in, and then it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why did you get J.K. Simmons in there then?
Sometimes I forget Aaron Sorkin directed this movie.
Yeah, that's even more embarrassing. I might go Being the Ricardos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Lady.
Iron Lady's a worse movie. Blonde.
Yeah. Blonde is. Ugh.
Yeah, we gotta go Blonde. The Darkest Hour is so bad.
Iron Lady.
Iron Lady.
Iron Lady she beat Viola Davis in The Help.
How? How do we determine this?
Oh, this is really hard.
Uh,
These are both horrible.
The poster on the Iron Lady literally says "Never Compromise," and it's a movie about Margaret Thatcher. I'm just saying.
I think Blonde, while it's more offensive, it also took more creative risks.
True.
The Iron Lady is boring as hell and just bad.
Yeah, and it's boring, but also it is still problematic. It's literally about someone who's kind of a fascist. So
Yeah, but does it defend her? I mean,
I
I don't remember. I haven't seen it since 2011.
Yeah, I don't. I thought it was like a biopic, right? I don't know.
It is, but so is The Apprentice.
I mean,
That doesn't defend Trump.
that's totally fair. You have Trump to me. Oh, I didn't even. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay.
Although I think it's more like just a Darkest Hour kind of thing, where it shows her flaws, but I think it's kind of pro Margaret Thatcher, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's not great.
Yeah.
We don't like Brexit.
No.
I'm gonna say Iron Lady, honestly.
All right, here we Oh my god. Okay, this is so bad. This I need to send this.
We could add in Florence Foster Jenkins to the Iron Lady ticket.
We could.
Maybe. Are you posting this? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this too.
I'm gonna say. This is actually hard. Let me think. At the end of the day, we have to think about it two ways. Chocolate beat out Almost Famous.
Yeah, which we all love.
The Iron Lady won Best Actress for Meryl Streep for playing someone who is a fascist. That probably defends her.
And it beat. Okay, let me tell you who it beat, just so we know.
Okay.
2011 Best Actress. Okay, it beat Glenn Close and Albert Nobbs.
Oh, I'm so bummed about that one.
Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn.
Okay.
Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah, I mean that's a good performance though.
And Viola Davis in The Help. That's not the best lineup.
That's a pretty bad lineup. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
really bad.
What were actresses doing that year? Oh, I gotta cut that. Cannot keep that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I can't really think of anyone who was snubbed or anything like that either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Chloe Grace Moretz and Hugo.
Fair.
She should have won.
Wouldn't she technically be like supporting?
Yeah, she would have.
Okay.
It is so crazy that Ben Kingsley was not nominated for Hugo. That makes me so mad. That's insane.
That's true. What is up with that? That is a wickety whack dog.
I would say I'm gonna go with Chocolat. I think.
Yeah, let's do
That's
it.
Yeah,
just-
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Look at that poster.
Can I ask you guys something honestly?
Yeah.
Have either of you seen either of these movies?
I've seen the Iron Lady. Yeah.
But have you seen either of these movies?
No. And you know what? I am so much a better of a person for not seeing either one of these movies.
Congratulations, Chocolat. You've won the bracket. Oh my god. That's crazy.
You won the bracket chocolate, but you didn't win my heart.
Nope.
No.
That's
Well-
what you get when you beat out Billy Elliot, Almost Famous. So, ha.
Yeah, we made this entire video just to say Almost Famous should have been nominated for Best Picture.
100% should.
Yeah. That was our bracket. That was the most insane thing we've ever done.
That's crazy.
Comment below. Let us know what is the worst Oscar contender you've ever seen. If the movie that rises on top with the most likes, we will do a watch party of it. There you
I actually
go.
love that idea. Let's
Yeah, I
do
think
it.
that's a fun idea. So, if you want to watch us suffer, just write chocolate and then everyone like it. So we race to the top. That's what you got to do. You want to see me suffer. I know you do.
I think I'd rather watch Chocolat again than the Iron Lady.
Fair. And
Like, why would I be watching the Iron Lady in 2024? That would be crazy.